Hi guys, what's going on? So I took these two trades that gave me over £25,000 in less than 24 hours, or maybe a little bit over 24 hours, and I thought I would probably share the same setup with you guys, how I came up with my entry. That's because I understand that a lot of people, the most thing people struggle with is entries, how people get their entry. In fact, that's one of the most questions that I get asked a lot. How I have issues with my entries, how can I get that perfect entry, blah 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 blah. So I thought videos like this will help you guys to understand how I come up with my entries, and also maybe it's gonna help you at some point. So everything you've learned so far inside 2.0, that is exactly what I use. Okay, so if you still checking the course out, continue working on the course. At the end of the day, by the time you finish all the content, I believe you're going to have a perfect understanding on how you want to take your trade. So if you have further questions, let me know. And currently guys, I'm working on the ebook for 2.0. So once I'm done with it, I will upload it in the course for you guys to have a look. Okay, so you don't have to worry. I'm not going to charge you for that. I'm just doing it in order for me to add more value to 2.0. So, and exactly what I'm doing right now, making this video to help you guys understand how I come up with my entries, how I have been able to put all the things I've taught you guys inside the course together to take this particular trade and the other one that I took. Although the other one didn't get to final target, but I took my TP1 and it reversed from TP1, which I'm also going to show you how I came up with my entries and everything. So let's go, let's jump on the chart and make it quick. I want to try to make this video as short as possible. So I talked about order block, how I identify my order block, rejection block, liquidity zone. You guys should know that already by now. Okay, if you don't, go back to the course, go check all the content. So looking at Euro NZD, you guys know I mostly trade Euro NZD, Euro CHF, and I love Euro pairs. So I was able to identify my order block. How do I identify my order block? You guys know that I like to see couple things. Like, I like to see volume in the market. Okay, big volume in the market. I like to see break of structure in the market as well, and a couple other things. So I identified my order block around this level here. Okay, so once I've identified my order block, I also identified this liquidity area. We call it trend line liquidity. That is why I have the pound sign. This is a break of market structure here. I really don't like labeling my chart, but because I want to make a video and also want to share some of the setups on Instagram, I decided to add descriptions for people to see. So we have break of structure. So this is valid. This is my valid order block. Okay, if I go to the 1 hour time frame, you would see, okay, the last bearish candle before the impulsive move is your order block. All right, so the last bullish candle before the bearish impulsive move is your what? Bearish order block. So then I identified my order block, and for me, I like to have multiple confluences. So that's once I identify my order block, I was also able to identify this liquidity area, which is sitting right below my supply. Okay, supply, order block, whatever, sitting below my supply. When I see liquidity sitting below my supply, it gives me extra confidence that that level is very much likely to hold. But I also have one rule: I don't like taking a sell when I have liquidity sitting above my order block, because I always expect the liquidity to be wiped out. Okay, so I like it when I don't have liquidity sitting right above my supply or liquidity sitting right below my demand. But in this case, we have liquidity sitting right above it. So I was a little bit skeptical, what should I do? But I like all the confluences. Okay, market gives you different opportunities, so I like all the confluences in combination with what I put together to get my entries. I saw my pivot level around here and also my 200 EMAs. Okay, right, so this pivot is standing as resistance for me. This EMA is also standing as resistance for me. So I was able to gather all those confluences together, and what happened? Price made a push to the upside, grab the liquidity right above this level here, right? Grab the liquidity, tap the pivot level, tap the EMAs. I then lower to smaller time frame to get my entry around here. Okay, and also obviously this liquidity here has been grabbed as well to the upside. So exactly what happened. So when my trade was running, I would have scaled up, but honestly I was not in the mood. I just wanted to take my profit. I don't want to take any more risk to lose anything to the market. So I identified this structure below. You can see this EMA is also standing as support around this EMA. This level was strong for me. Okay, I was waiting for price to patiently break this, let me label it here, to break this structure, which eventually it did break to the downside and also consolidated around this pivot level as well. We have liquidity, we can also call it structure around here. It broke that again. I was looking at this level as my TP1, which is in confluence with this pivot level. So what I did was, when price got here, I moved my stop loss in profit, then I let it run, and I went to have a nap. By the time I woke up, boom, it got to final target. So simple. All right, I don't like to overcomplicate things. You guys will see that everything I've taught you guys has been exactly what I used to take this particular trade. Okay, if we check the daily time frame, let's see if we have anything that could have given us better signal. Even on the daily time frame, we have multiple selling pressure, indicating we have sellers in the market. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I don't want to make this video too long for you guys. I know a lot of people don't like to watch long videos, so my confluences one more time. The order block level, liquidity grabbed above the supply, daily pivot around here, because this is our daily pivot. Also we have our 200 EMAs also standing as a resistance. So I try to make sure that I place my my stop loss above the pivot, above the supply, and above the EMAs. I use all these things as extra barrier to protect my capital. And immediately after that, price moved and dropped. Okay, and it's still dropping, but I'm already out of it. So the second trade I took was Euro CHF. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys my, what do you call it, I'm going to show you guys this, not this one. I'm going to show you guys my entry before. So this was my entry, because I like to keep journal of my setups. Okay, so this was my entry before I took the trade. Okay, now you can see I took it from 0.9741 and I had like 8 pips stop loss. So I'm going to show you guys how I came up with the entry, and yeah, we'll see. So Euro CHF, oh, I might actually look for another entry around here, to be honest. Okay, great. After this one, I'm gonna look to see if I can get another entry, because I want this to be filled up. So let's see. Let me make this video real quick and see what I can do. Right, so I took my trade on 5 minutes, but if I use 5 minutes, it might be a little bit. Okay, let me try to maximize it. So before 5 minutes, let me show you the daily. So what happened was, I saw this daily. So this was what happened, guys. Market made a big push to the downside throughout the entire day. Look at this massive drop. Okay, this massive drop. So we have imbalance in here. Okay, fair value gap, inefficiency, whatever you guys call it. We have imbalance here, and I was expecting this imbalance to be filled, because throughout the entire day the market was just dropping. And when you have inefficiency like this in the market, you expect market to retrace at least 50% of it. Okay, that was exactly what I intended to do. But although I placed my take profit around here, and I will show you the reason why I did that, because we have other blocks. So I'm thinking maybe price might get to that level, and if it doesn't, I plan to take my profit at 50% of this inefficiency, fair value gap, or imbalance. Okay, so now let's go to 5 minutes to see how I came up with my entry. So after the daily close, I remember it was exactly when the daily close. It was around that 11:12 a.m. in the market. That was the start of Asia session. I remember Fik was asking me, Prof, you entered this trade already? What about the spread? I was like, I waited an hour after Asian opening, so the spread already settled down before I took it. Okay, so look at it, guys. So market dropped throughout the entire day. You can see you see all this drop to the downside, right? All this drop. So Asia session, let's see. In fact, I will show you the time actually. So look at the time actually. It was my entry was around 11 p.m. You could see below the time, 26th of July 2022. It was around that 11 p.m. That was when I took it to it. Like I said, I waited like an hour. So when price market closed around here 10 o'clock, you can see 9:55 market closed around here. Then I spotted this double bottom here, liquidity, because price was trading around this level for a while. We have the first low, second low, double bottoms where we have liquidity. Price pushed below that liquidity, grabbed the liquidity below around here, pushed the upside back into the zone, and I did what? I looked for my entry around here. But let me see if I can get to 10 minutes to make it a little bit smaller, right? So price moved, broke inside the zone one more time, and I placed my stop loss below, right? And I had about, how many pips? I had about 8 pips. Okay, it's about 12 pips stop loss, and I took my trade. What had happened? Price continued to rally to the upside, came back here, found support multiple times, although I scaled up in here, but I was just taking the trade back to back. But initial one, I held the trade for a very long time. So let's go to 4-hour to be able to, so you could see, so I got my entry around here. Then what happened? Price rallied to the upside. Okay, and look at what happened after that. Let's go to 2-hour. So how did I secure my profit? So what I did was I also spotted this what do we call it, pivot around here, right? Pivot sitting around here, number one. And also if we check the 4-hour, same pivot around here. Then also what I did was, so I intended, my plan was to hold this trade for a while, you know, to final target, because of what? I have this other block around here. So I was trying to see if market could get to this level, which I think it will, because now it's rejecting this level again. It might then go to the upside to tap this other block and sell again. So what I did was, to add more confidence as to where I took my profit, I went to the daily as well. I went to the daily. I then picked up my Fibonacci retracement. So I started from the start of the daily. Let's go from the start of the daily move here to the end of the daily move. So the pivot is around 50% Fibonacci level, and like I said, I expect gaps to be filled, imbalance to be filled up to about 50%. Okay, so if you then go to 4-hour, you then see that 50% is also in confluence with our pivot. Okay, so that was exactly what I did, and what made me close TP1 around that level. And what happened after that? Price reversed. So this one is still holding. My other 50% is still I think, wait, my other 50% is at a break even actually, because it came back here to stop me out, tap this pivot one more time, then it's reacting to it. So after this call, I will see if I can get another entry, and hopefully this time around, you know, we can get to this other block. So these two trades gave me over 25 grand in about 24 hours, and you know, I did not overcomplicate things. I don't like to overcomplicate my analysis. Less is more, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys have questions, send me a message on Telegram, and then like I said, I'm almost done with the 2.0, which I'm even going to explain more of all these things in there for you guys to, oh sorry, the ebook that I'm writing for 2.0. So once it's done, I will send email so you guys can have access to it. Okay, all right guys, so if you hope you guys are doing well. So if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. You know, I'm always happy to help, and have a good week and stay blessed. Bye.